Hello, everyone. Today we step into the cozy study of an 85-year-old doctor whose single daily habit keeps his memory razor sharp, recalling names and stories with the ease of youth. Picture yourself in a warm room, sunlight filtering through a window, illuminating a worn notebook on a wooden desk. The air carries the faint scent of peppermint tea, and a soft breeze rustles papers filled with handwritten notes. This isn't just a habit, it's a powerful ritual that strengthens your mind, banishing the frustration of forgotten words or misplaced keys. You're about to uncover a simple practice you can start tonight to reclaim your memory's clarity. So, before we dive in, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment with your location and local time. I love hearing where you're joining me from. Now grab a hot cup of tea and we'll begin today's journey. You stand in your own home, perhaps in your living room, feeling the weight of those moments when a name slips away or a task vanishes from your mind. The doctor, with his decades of experience, has seen countless patients struggle with memory lapses, yet he remains sharp, reciting patient histories from years past. His secret isn't a costly supplement or a complex program. It's a daily habit, accessible to you, that takes just a few minutes. You're tired of pausing mid-conversation, grasping for a word, or retracing steps to find your glasses. This ritual, honed over years, offers a path to mental sharpness, and you're eager to make it yours. The knowledge to impart here is that a daily memory exercise, specifically a recall-based journaling practice, can significantly enhance cognitive function in seniors. As you age, your brain's hippocampus, the memory center, shrinks slightly and neural connections weaken, making recall harder. The doctor noticed this in his patients. Those who actively engage their memory stayed sharper longer. Research shows that regular mental exercises, like recalling specific details, strengthen neural pathways and boost hippocampal activity, improving both short-term and long-term memory. By writing down and reviewing daily experiences, you train your brain to retain and retrieve information, countering age-related decline with a simple, effective habit. How do you start? Begin tonight with a 5-minute journaling exercise the doctor calls Memory Anchor. Grab a small notebook and a pen and sit somewhere quiet like your kitchen table or bedside. Write down 3 specific moments from your day. Details matter. For example, describe the smell of your morning coffee, the sound of a neighbor's dog, or the feel of a warm sweater. Then, note one thing you plan to do tomorrow, like calling a friend. Keep it brief but vivid. Before bed, read your entry aloud to yourself, locking the details in. This practice, which the doctor does nightly, takes less than 10 minutes and costs nothing. Store the notebook where you'll see it daily, like by your tea kettle, to make it a habit. If writing is hard, speak the details into a voice recorder. Here's a health tip to improve your memory. Sip peppermint tea while journaling to boost focus. The doctor swears by peppermint's aroma, which studies show enhances alertness and memory recall. One patient, a 79-year-old retired librarian, paired peppermint tea with her journaling and found she remembered book titles more easily. You can try this tonight. Brew a cup of peppermint tea, let scent fill the air, and journal your day's moments. This small addition makes the habit more effective and enjoyable. You picture the doctor in his study, his notebook open, pen moving as he jots down the day's details. A patient smile, the taste of his lunch, a bird's song. He once shared a story about a patient, a 77-year-old man who forgot appointments until he started this journaling habit. Within months, the man recalled dates and names with confidence. You see yourself in that story, craving the same sharpness. The beauty of this ritual is its simplicity. No apps, no expensive tools, just a notebook and a few minutes. You're not just writing, You're training your brain, following a doctor who's mastered memory at 85. As you set your tea down, you feel a spark of possibility. You grab a notebook, imagining tonight's entry. The warmth of your tea, the sound of a clock ticking, the plan to water your plants tomorrow. The peppermint scent lingers, sharpening your focus. You're not just starting a habit, you're reclaiming your memory, one vivid detail at a time. Tomorrow, you'll journal again, building on this moment, letting each entry bring you closer to the clarity you seek. You're in your kitchen, the notebook from last night's journaling resting by your tea kettle, its pages holding vivid details. The scent of your breakfast toast, the chirp of a sparrow, your plan to call a friend. The peppermint tea's aroma still lingers in your memory, sharpening your focus as you wrote. The doctor's memory anchor, ritual feels like a small victory, a step toward reclaiming the sharpness you crave. But why do these memory lapses haunt you, stealing names and moments? The 85-year-old doctor, with his decades of patient care, knows the science behind fading memory and how his simple habit counters it. You're ready to uncover why your mind falters and how journaling can rebuild its strength. The knowledge to impart here is that memory decline in seniors is driven by biological changes in the brain, but targeted habits like journaling can slow or reverse this process. As you age, the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, key for memory and focus, lose volume and neural connections weaken due to reduced neuroplasticity. The doctor saw this in his patients. Those with frequent forgetfulness often had poor mental stimulation or chronic stress. Research shows that inflammation, poor blood flow, and lower levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports neuron growth, contribute to memory lapses. Stress hormones like cortisol further impair the hippocampus, making recall harder. Journaling, by actively engaging memory and encouraging detailed recall, boosts BDNF, strengthens neural pathways, and reduces stress, offering a natural way to sharpen your mind without medications. How do you address these causes? Build on the journaling habit you started, making it a nightly ritual to reinforce memory. Continue writing 3 vivid moments from your day and 1 plan for tomorrow, reading them aloud before bed. To tackle inflammation and boost blood flow, add a 10-minute daily walk, ideally after a meal, to deliver oxygen to your brain. Manage stress with a 5-minute deep breathing exercise. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6 before journaling. Ensure 7 to 8 hours of sleep nightly, as sleep consolidates memories. If you're on medications that cloud memory, like certain antihistamines, ask your doctor about alternatives. These steps, journaling, walking, breathing, and sleeping, work together to counter the biological roots of memory decline, amplifying the doctor's ritual. Here's a health tip to improve your memory. Practice spaced recall during the day to strengthen retention. The doctor suggests briefly recalling your journal entries a few hours after writing them. One patient, a 74-year-old retired teacher, struggled to remember names until she reviewed her journal mentally during lunch. Her recall sharpened, and she felt more confident at social events. You could try this today. After breakfast, pause for a minute to recall last night's journal entry, the toast scent, the sparrow's chirp. This quick habit reinforces neural connections, boosting the journaling's impact. You picture the doctor in his study, his notebook filled with daily details, taking a short walk after lunch to clear his mind. He once told a patient, "Memory is like a muscle. Use it and it grows." You imagine yourself walking around your backyard, the fresh air waking your senses, then sitting to breathe deeply, stress melting away. You recall last night's journal, the ticking clock, the tea's warmth, and feel a spark of clarity. The science resonates. Journaling builds neural pathways. Walking fuels your brain with oxygen, and breathing lowers cortisol, all countering the shrinkage and inflammation that steal your memories. The doctor's patients often shared stories of memory struggles. A 70-year-old woman, a former nurse, forgot her grandchildren's birthdays, her confidence shaken. The doctor suggested journaling, walking, and breathing. Within weeks, she recalled dates and felt sharper during family visits. You relate to her, thinking of times you forgot a phone number or lost your train of thought. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. No costly treatments or complex routines. You're using a notebook, a walk, and your breath to fight memory loss, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 85 years. As you sip your tea, you feel the journal's weight in your hand, a tool to anchor your memories. You step outside for a walk, the breeze sharpening your focus, and later, you'll breathe deeply before writing tonight's entry. You're not just fighting forgetfulness, you're rebuilding your brain's strength, one small act at a time. Tomorrow, you'll journal again, walk, and recall your entries, each step bringing you closer to the sharp memory you seek. You're at your kitchen table, the notebook open, its pages filling with last night's memories. The crunch of gravel underfoot, the warmth of your evening tea, your plan to visit the library. The peppermint tea you sipped while journaling sharpened your focus, and a morning walk and deep breathing have left you calmer, your mind a touch clearer. The doctor's memory anchor ritual is becoming a comforting habit, and you're starting to notice small wins, recalling a neighbor's name or where you parked. But the 85-year-old doctor knows journaling shines brightest when it's easy to stick with and paired with intention. You're ready to master this daily habit, making it a seamless part of your evenings to keep your memory sharp. The knowledge to impart here is that a consistent, structured memory journaling practice strengthens recall by actively engaging your brain's memory centers, but it requires simple strategies to become a lasting habit. The doctor observed that patients who made journaling a regular, effortless routine saw greater memory improvements than those who did it sporadically. Research shows that consistent cognitive exercises, like detailed recall, increase neuroplasticity and hippocampal activity, enhancing memory retention over time. By anchoring the habit to a specific time and place, and keeping it brief and enjoyable, you train your brain to retrieve information more effectively, reducing forgetfulness and building confidence in your mental sharpness. How do you master this habit? Make memory anchor a nightly ritual by tying it to an existing routine, like brushing your teeth or having tea, to ensure consistency. Set a specific time, say 8 p.m., and choose a quiet spot like your bedroom or living room where you won't be disturbed. Use the same notebook and pen, keeping them in a designated place, such as by your bedside lamp, to cue the habit. Write 3 vivid moments from your day, sensory details like the taste of lunch, the sound of rain, or the feel of a soft scarf. And one plan for tomorrow, keeping it under 5 minutes. Read the entry aloud to reinforce recall, as you've been doing. If evenings are busy, shift to mornings, recalling yesterday's moments. To make it enjoyable, sip peppermint tea or play soft music while writing. If you miss a night, just pick up the next day, no guilt needed. These steps make journaling a natural, sustainable part of your life. Here's a health tip to enhance your journaling. Add a quick visualization step to boost memory retention. The doctor suggests picturing each journaled moment in your mind before writing, like replaying a short movie. One patient, a 76-year-old retired mechanic, struggled with forgetting conversations until he visualized his day's moments before journaling. His recall improved, and he followed discussions better. You can try this tonight. Before writing, close your eyes for a minute and picture the day's moments. The gravel's crunch, the tea's warmth, then jot them down. This small trick strengthens neural connections, making the habit more powerful. You picture the doctor in his study, his notebook by a flickering lamp, soft classical music playing as he writes about the day, a patient's laugh, the scent of his garden, tomorrow's errands. He once told a patient, "Make your memories a story, and they'll stick." You imagine yourself at your table, peppermint tea steaming, visualizing the library's quiet hum before writing it down. You set the notebook by your kettle, a reminder for tonight. The science resonates. Consistent recall builds neural pathways, and visualization adds depth, making memories easier to retrieve. The walk and breathing you've added reduce stress and boost blood flow, supporting the journaling's effects. The doctor's patients often shared how journaling transformed their memory. A 72-year-old woman, a former florist, forgot her shop's flower names until she started nightly journaling with visualization. Months later, she recalled names effortlessly, her confidence restored. You relate to her, thinking of times you forgot a friend's birthday or a grocery list. The beauty of this approach is its ease. No special skills or costly tools needed. You're using a notebook, a moment of quiet, and your own memories to fight forgetfulness, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 85 years. As you finish your tea, the notebook feels like a trusted friend, its pages a map of your day. You try the visualization, picturing the library's shelves, the tea's steam, and feel the details lock in. The walk's fresh air lingers in your lungs, and the breathing exercise waits for later, a calm prelude to journaling. You're not just writing, you're crafting a habit that sharpens your mind one entry at a time. Tomorrow, you'll journal again, visualize, and keep walking, each act bringing you closer to the vibrant memory you seek. You're in your living room, the notebook by your side, its pages capturing last night's vivid details, the library's musty books, the warmth of your scarf, your plan to bake cookies. The visualization before journaling, picturing those moments like a movie, made the memories feel sharper, and the peppermint tea added a refreshing focus. Your morning walk and evening breathing are now familiar anchors, easing stress and fueling your brain. The doctor's journaling ritual is taking root, but he knows memory thrives when paired with broader lifestyle habits. You're ready to adopt practices that amplify this habit, building a sharper mind with simple, daily choices. The knowledge to impart here is that lifestyle habits like physical activity, mental stimulation, and social connection enhance the memory benefits of journaling by boosting brain health holistically. The doctor noticed that patients who stayed active and engaged had stronger recall than those who didn't. Research shows that exercise increases blood flow and BDNF, a protein that supports neuron growth, improving memory. Mental activities like puzzles strengthen cognitive reserve, while social interactions reduce stress and stimulate the brain's memory centers. By integrating these habits with journaling, you create a synergy that counters memory decline, keeping your mind as vibrant as the doctor's at 85. How do you build these habits? Add 20 to 30 minutes of gentle exercise daily, tailored for seniors. Continue your 10-minute walk after a meal, or try chair yoga or light gardening if you prefer. Schedule it consistently, like after breakfast, to boost oxygen to your brain. For mental stimulation, spend 15 minutes daily on activities like crossword puzzles, reading, or learning a new skill, perhaps a few guitar chords. The doctor plays chess weekly to stay sharp. For social connection, call a friend, join a book club, or chat with neighbors for 10 minutes daily. Socializing sparks memory recall. Pair these with your journaling. Walk in the morning, do a puzzle after lunch, connect with someone before journaling. If mobility or time is limited, start small, a 5-minute stretch, a quick word game, a short call. These habits are free, flexible, and fit your life, amplifying the doctor's ritual. Here's a health tip to boost your memory. Try a daily memory challenge game to sharpen recall. The doctor suggests naming 5 items from a category, like fruits or cities, in under a minute. One patient, a 73-year-old retired baker, struggled with forgetting recipes until he played this game daily alongside journaling. His recall improved, and he baked with confidence. You could try this today. After lunch, name 5 flowers or cars, then check your accuracy. This quick game, paired with journaling, strengthens your memory's agility. You picture the doctor in his garden, walking briskly among roses, then solving a chess puzzle at his desk, his notebook nearby. He once told a patient, "Your brain loves variety. Move, think, connect." You imagine yourself stretching in your living room, following a yoga video, or puzzling over a crossword, the journal waiting for tonight. You call a friend, laughing over old stories, and feel your mind spark. The science resonates. Exercise fuels your hippocampus, puzzles build neural connections, and social bonds lower cortisol, all enhancing the journaling's recall training. Your walks, breathing, and visualization already support this, creating a web of habits for a sharper mind. The doctor's patients often shared how lifestyle changes lifted their memory. A 68-year-old man, a former driver, forgot directions until he started walking, doing puzzles, and chatting with neighbors, paired with journaling. His navigation improved, and he felt sharper on drives. You relate to his struggle, recalling times you forgot a password or a plan. The beauty of this approach is its accessibility. No gym or fancy clubs needed. You're using your body, mind, and community to boost memory, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 85 years. As you finish your puzzle, the satisfaction of a solved clue lingers. You feel energized from your walk, connected from your call, and calm from your breathing. The notebook waits for tonight's entry, ready for visualization and peppermint tea. You try the memory challenge, naming 5 fruits, apple, banana, orange, pear, kiwi, and smile at the ease. You're not just following the doctor. You're building a lifestyle that sharpens your memory, each habit a step toward clarity. Tomorrow, you'll walk, puzzle, connect, and journal again, letting these choices bring you closer to the vibrant mind you seek. You're in your kitchen, the notebook resting on the counter, its pages now a treasury of memories. The scent of fresh-baked cookies, the sound of a friend's laughter, your plan to tend the garden. The visualization step before journaling makes each detail vivid, and the peppermint tea sharpens your focus. Your daily walk, crossword puzzle, and chats with neighbors are weaving a web of habits, amplifying the doctor's memory anchor ritual. You're noticing sharper recall, finding your keys without a search, remembering a grocery list. But the 85-year-old doctor knows that memory thrives when fueled by the right foods. You're ready to explore meals that support your journaling habit, nourishing your brain for lasting clarity. The knowledge to impart here is that a diet rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and complex carbohydrates enhances memory by reducing inflammation and supporting neuron health, complementing the journaling ritual. The doctor observed that patients who ate nutrient-poor diets struggled with recall more than those who chose brain-healthy foods. Research shows that antioxidants from berries and leafy greens fight oxidative stress, a key cause of memory decline, while omega-3s from fish or nuts strengthen neural connections. Complex carbs, like whole grains, provide steady glucose for brain energy, avoiding spikes that fog thinking. By building meals around these foods, you fuel your hippocampus and amplify the journaling's effects, keeping your memory sharp like the doctor's. How do you craft these memory-boosting meals? Focus on whole foods that pair with your journaling routine, aiming for variety and balance. For breakfast, try oatmeal with blueberries, chia seeds, and a drizzle of honey. Blueberries offer antioxidants, chia seeds provide omega-3s, and oats give steady energy. At lunch, make a salad with kale, salmon, walnuts, and olive oil. Kale and salmon support brain health, while walnuts boost memory. For dinner, cook quinoa with roasted vegetables, zucchini, peppers, sweet potatoes, and a sprinkle of flax seeds, all rich in nutrients for cognition. Snack on a handful of almonds or a sliced pear to maintain energy. Keep portions moderate to avoid sluggishness, and drink water throughout the day, as dehydration clouds recall. These meals are simple, affordable, and easy to prepare, fitting seamlessly with your walks, puzzles, and journaling. Here's a health tip to enhance your memory. Add a handful of dark leafy greens, like spinach or kale, to one meal daily for a cognitive boost. The doctor loves greens for their folate and vitamin K, which support memory formation. One patient, a 71-year-old retired accountant, added spinach to his lunches while journaling nightly. His recall of numbers improved, and he managed budgets with ease. You can try this today. Toss a handful of spinach into your salad or blend kale into a smoothie, pairing it with your journaling ritual. This small addition supercharges your brain's memory centers. You picture the doctor at his dining table, a plate of quinoa and roasted vegetables before him, a side of blueberries adding color. He once told a patient, "Nourish your brain, and it'll repay you with clarity." You imagine yourself stirring oats with chia seeds, the blueberries' sweetness waking your senses, or tossing kale into a salmon salad, the walnuts adding crunch. You sip water, feeling its clarity, and recall yesterday's journal. The garden's earth, the friends laugh. The science resonates. Antioxidants protect neurons, omega-3s strengthen synapses, and steady carbs fuel recall, all supporting the neural pathways your journaling builds. Your walks, breathing, and social chats tied together, creating a holistic memory boost. The doctor's patients often shared how better diets sharpen their minds. A 69-year-old woman, a former teacher, forgot lesson plans until she started eating salmon salads and journaling, adding greens daily. Her memory for names returned, and she enjoyed teaching friends again. You relate to her, recalling days when a heavy meal left you foggy. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. No gourmet skills or rare ingredients needed. You're using everyday foods to fuel your brain, guided by a doctor who's lived it for 85 years. As you finish your salad, the kale's crispness lingers, a reminder of the doctor's wisdom. You feel nourished, not just by food but by intention. The kitchen hums with possibility, oats, berries, and salmon ready for tomorrow's meals. You're not just eating, you're building a diet that sharpens your memory, each bite a partner to your journaling. Tomorrow, you'll add greens to breakfast, journal with visualization, and keep walking, letting these choices bring you closer to the vibrant clarity you seek. You're in your bedroom, the notebook open on your nightstand, its pages brimming with memories, the earthy scent of your garden, the taste of a blueberry oatmeal breakfast, your plan to call a grandchild. The visualization before journaling locks in each detail, and the peppermint tea's aroma sharpens your focus. Your daily walk, crossword puzzle, neighborly chats, and brain-healthy meals, kale salads, salmon, quinoa, are now a rhythm, amplifying the doctor's memory anchor ritual. You're recalling names and tasks with ease, feeling the fog lift. But the 85-year-old doctor, with his vibrant memory, knows that lasting clarity requires making this routine a lifelong habit. You're ready to build systems that sustain your sharp mind for years, ensuring memories stay vivid and strong. The knowledge to impart here is that consistent, repeatable routines integrating journaling, lifestyle habits, and a brain-healthy diet are essential for lifelong memory strength, preventing cognitive decline. The doctor saw that patients who maintained steady practices, mental exercises, physical activity, and nutritious eating retained sharper memories than those who didn't. Research shows that long-term habits like cognitive training, exercise, and diets rich in antioxidants and omega-3s increase neuroplasticity, boost BDNF, and reduce inflammation, protecting the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. Journaling, when done daily, builds cumulative neural strength, but it thrives when supported by a holistic routine. By creating effortless systems, you ensure your memory remains vibrant, mirroring the doctor's clarity at 85. How do you sustain these routines? Make journaling and its supporting habits non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth. Keep your notebook, pen, and peppermint tea in a fixed spot by your bedside or kitchen counter to cue your memory anchor each night. Stock your kitchen with brain foods, blueberries, salmon, kale, oats, so you're always ready to cook memory-boosting meals. The doctor preps ingredients daily, setting out vegetables and grains for dinner. You can do the same. Portion berries for breakfast or chop kale for lunch in advance. Schedule your habits. Walk after breakfast, puzzle after lunch, chat with a friend mid-afternoon, journal at 8 p.m. to create a daily rhythm. Use a calendar or phone reminder to stay on track. If you miss a day, resume the next without guilt. Vary meals or puzzles weekly to keep things fresh, like trying a new vegetable or word game. These steps make your routine sustainable, ensuring your memory stays sharp for years. Here's a health tip to maintain your routine. Track your habits in a simple log to build momentum and celebrate progress. The doctor marks a calendar each night he journals, walks, and eats brain foods, noting small wins. One patient, a 75-year-old retired clerk, tracked her habits and found it kept her consistent. Her recall of family events sharpened, boosting her confidence. You can try this tonight. In your notebook, add a check mark for journaling, walking, puzzling, socializing, and eating a brain-healthy meal. This visual cue reinforces your commitment, keeping your memory vibrant. You picture the doctor in his study, his notebook by a lamp, a calendar marked with check marks for walks, chess games, and salmon dinners. He once told a patient, "Clarity grows in the habits you keep." You imagine your own log, check marks piling up, a record of walks, puzzles, chats, and kale-filled meals. Some days, you might skip the puzzle or eat a cookie instead of berries. That's okay. The doctor's sharpness comes from persistence, not perfection. Another patient, a 70-year-old man, struggled with forgetting appointments after retiring. He started journaling, walking, and tracking his habits. His memory strengthened, and he planned outings with ease. You see yourself in his story, building a routine that feels achievable and rewarding. You settle into your journaling, visualizing today's moments, the garden's soil, the grandchild's voice, before writing them down. The peppermint tea's scent calms you, and each check mark in your log feels like a victory. Your kitchen is stocked, blueberries in the fridge, quinoa in the pantry, ready for tomorrow's meals. You're not just copying the doctor. You're crafting a lifestyle that could carry you into your 90s, memory sharp and vibrant. Flexibility keeps it enjoyable. Maybe you'll try a new puzzle or add spinach to dinner. The key is showing up day after day, letting these habits anchor your clarity like a lighthouse guiding you home. As you close your notebook, you feel a quiet pride. Your routine, journaling, walking, puzzling, socializing, and brain-healthy eating is a shield against memory loss built on the doctor's wisdom. Tomorrow, you'll mark your log, walk again, and journal, each act a step towards sharper mind, just like the doctor who's lived it for 85 years. To my dear friends across the USA, especially those cherishing your golden years, thank you for joining me on this journey to a sharper memory. These small steps, journaling your day, eating well, staying active, are gifts to your mind and heart. Take it one day at a time, be gentle with yourself, and know every effort counts. If this video helped you, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more tips to keep you thriving. Your memory is precious, and I'm honored to share this path with you. Here's to clear days and vibrant years, filled with cherished moments and joy.